What's going on YouTube? Today we're going to talk about what's it like to work day check on an aircraft carrier.
Dude, it's ugly boy, dude, it's ugly boy, dude, it's ugly boy, dude.
So the first thing you do is wake up. So you wake up, it depends on what time you gotta meet for quarters or muster in the morning. That's what we call it, where you pretty much just take attendance, who all is there. So your start time depends on your schedule. So you'll start out at like 6 or 7. So some people wake up at 5, give themselves a full hour to shower, brush their teeth, shave, do everything they got to do to make it to quarters on time. All right, so let's just say quarters is at 7 a.m. 0700. You get there, and then you got to wait for everybody else to get there, and then the supervisor come down, and then they pretty much just take attendance, see who all there. We call it muster. Take muster. And then after that, if you see somebody that's not there that's supposed to be there, or they still sleeping in their rack, or they down on the mess decks talking or something like that. Mess decks is where we eat on the ship, by the way. They'll just be like, okay, go get them. So then somebody has to go run and go get them. So now that everybody's here, we got everybody. So everybody's formed up in ranks. So if you don't know what ranks is, it's pretty much you got five people lined up next to each other, and then another 5 people behind them, another 5 people behind them, and another 5 people behind them. Depending on how many people you got, then that'll depend on how many rows you make. So once the supervisor makes sure everybody is there, they either go get the chief or the division officer to come down and talk to everybody. So the chief and the division officer, they come down, and usually all they gotta say is either safety related, liberty related. Liberty is your time off, or something has gone wrong or something has gone good. They'll let everybody know, or they'll present an award for somebody. So once those 3 people got through talking, it'll be a divo, chief, and then your supervisor. Once everybody got done talking, and then you'll go to the shop to get your assignment for the day. Usually the first assignment after quarters would be cleaning stations. Cleaning stations will happen an hour, probably. It'll be for an hour or an hour and a half, depending on what ship you on and what's going on. So for cleaning stations, that's pretty much where everybody cleans their assigned spot on the ship. Make sure it's like, for instance, if I had to go clean the office, I sweep the office, mop the office, clean up all the tables, stuff like that, and make sure it's good to go. That's important because places like the fan rooms, places like the engineering spaces, sometimes people leave dirty rags or even tools left out, and that needs to be corrected. So they'll get somebody to go down there to go clean it up. Almost every ship in the Navy does cleaning stations. I've never been on one that didn't, so it's really no escaping that. So at the cleaning stations, everybody goes back up to the shop where they got the first cleaning stations mentioned from. Because after muster, you go to the shop, supervisors be like, all right guys, cleaning station's about to happen in this amount of time. This is where you need to go. Go there, come back when it's done. After that's over with, you'll get your first assignment for the day. So we woke up at 5, we got the muster around 7, depending on what you had to do. Cleaning stations from 8 to 9. So about 9:30 is when you actually start your first assignment. So after you get that first assignment, it's like, all right, man, go do it. Come back when it's done. Now, if it takes you too long and it takes you until lunchtime, like noon, then you just come back, drop all your stuff, sign it in, go eat. So you go down to the mess decks to go eat. After you finish your chow, you go back to your shop, and then you continue go back to work. So from noon to about 1700, that's about 5 p.m. That's gonna pretty much be your work day. And so when dinner will probably start around that time on most ships. We're talking about maybe 1600 to 1630 is when dinner usually starts. So that's 4 o'clock p.m., 4:30 p.m. to 5 o'clock. It's really when your time is to go to work. So in between that time, you know, that's a full day of you just being at work. So you're on the ship and you're underway. So what do? So some people, some bosses or supervisors, whatever you want to call them, some of those people, they allow people to go work out during their lunchtime or right before the last muster of the day. That's at 1700. They allow them to go work out then, or they'll go allow them to work out after work. So working out is pretty much designated based off how your work schedule is fluctuated, because sometimes you have to work out before work, sometimes you got to work out after work. It just depends. But either way, so now you're off work. So that's the end of your day shift. So what's happening now? So either you could go down and study for whatever test that's coming up that you need to study for. You go shower, you could hang out, go watch a movie, whatever. But that'll be the end of your day shift. Appreciate you checking out the video, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.